What's up, guys? Welcome back to Expand Podcast with your host, Omar Alfaro. It's been a minute since we've been back in action, and it's feeling pretty good just to be able to share with you guys what's happening on our forefront and what challenges that we're facing. But let's get right into today's episode, and we're going to be talking about coaching. We're going to be talking about why it's important to have a trainer, why it's important to have people in the business that you want to get better at to help you cut the curve. And in this case, I love to eat Mexican food. I love freaking chips and salsa, and I love it all. And I'm sure everybody can relate because this is something that you want to enjoy when you're out having a, nice dinner. You want a Cadillac margarita, and coming from the restaurant business and coming from, owning, our restaurant here in Apple Valley, it's always at our disposal. So we can have beans, rice, chile verde, enchiladas, our badass Cadillac margaritas that my dad, perfected and taught us, while growing up in that real estate or in the, think about it. I'm real estate and then I'm in restaurant. Growing up in the restaurant business for, since I was 12 years old. I'm 45 now. So it's definitely been a process. But you know what? Because you're close to it and you're always doing it, your weight fluctuates up and down. You're not as effective. You're not as sharp. You're not as efficient. And I was to the point where it's like, I need to do something different. And I ended up, paying for a coach, Michael Shitty. Shout out to you. I actually met him just recently at personally met him at WealthCon. He came out, saw me speak, which was awesome. So shout out to Michael Shitty. And honestly, it's been a game changer. A couple things just that you need to do to really start the efficiency of your process of getting in shape. People say hey, they want a good body, they want a great business, they want to communicate better, they want all these things, but they don't want to pay the price to get these things. They don't want to cut the curve and potentially even pay for a coach. I paid good money for having him coach me and gave me a meal plan. I haven't drank in 5-6 months, which is awesome. That was the first thing he said, no more alcohol, so your body can optimize, especially if you're working out and you're eating right. And it's been a game changer. But just like everybody else, do we fall off? Yes. Do we still want that chip or two? Yes. Do we want the pizza? Yes. Do we want the hamburger? Yes. The cheat meals happen on Sunday, but guys, think about it. There is always challenges and issues during your path, regardless if it's the health journey, the business journey, all of the above. So I'm just here to share with you that you need a coach. You need someone that can hold you accountable so you can get through your communication sessions, your role play, your scripts and dialogue training, your understanding the psychology of a seller or people in general. All that stuff takes some work, and you got to put yourself in it to truly get that return back. So it doesn't tell you, hey, pay me money and you're going to all of a sudden be buff and fit in a six-pack. No, you got to put the work in. And one thing I'll tell you, you can get lucky in regular business, yes, because timing is everything. You could be like all these agents and investors that were around when interest rates were 3%. You didn't really have to have skill. You just jumped in and you made a bunch of money. But the one thing I'll tell you, you cannot just jump into the health journey and all of a sudden have a six-pack and all of a sudden, be buff and your physique that much better and that much more, your body's that much more optimized. You got to actually do the work. And you have to drink water. You got to stay away from alcohol. You got to do all these things to truly make that impact and get that result. So I want to talk to you guys about that because that's something that I've been, really, blessed with, along with, the journey of business, the journey of having faith in your corner, having God in your corner, and understanding that he's going to probably push you and drive you and help you. And you've heard this saying before that, he doesn't give you what you want. He gives you what you need. So think about that for a while, because that's something that I always, go back to. And it's hey, he's not going to give you anything that you can't handle. He's going to make sure that you increase the ability for you to handle what comes at you. So that's something that is phenomenal, that I've been, faced with, and it's forefronted. And I don't know half the time I get through this crap, business and people and issues and lawsuits and this and that, for just a bunch of crap that happens on the day to day. And honestly, I'm going to say that it is because I have faith, and you have to have faith. Sometimes it's blind faith completely, because you know that if you keep doing something over and over again, you're going to get better. You're going to get a different result, providing you're also learning and you're also adding more value to what you're, doing on a consistent level to people. Like if you're in sales, obviously you're doing a lot of extra things. And I know I'm passionate about all of this, but because it is, if you're not passionate about anything, what the hell is your purpose for? Like you have to have some type of passion. But guys, so this last week has been crazy. And it all happens in like chunks. Like one day you're solid, and the next day you get, a lawsuit, 4 or 5 people moving out of your houses, and you're faced with 5 or 6 vacancies. And what's crazy is this is what I've been faced with the little while, on the rental side, on the portfolio side. And I'm going to share this with you. If you do not attack those issues or items immediately, you're screwed. Because think about it. You have 5 vacancies, and that's $2,000 a month that you have to pay, right, out of your pocket. That's 10 G's. So that means if you have an extra 10 grand laying around, you're okay just to wait and chill and wait for another 30 days, 60 days. You're not really as active and as, you're not attacking the issue. Well, guys, if you have vacancies, and everybody that has a portfolio knows, if you have any vacancies, that means it's coming out of your pocket plus the fix-up. So it's not offset by the income that the tenant is paying you or the rent that the tenant is paying you. So I was faced with this at 6 or 7 different properties, and my payments weren't $2,000. They were, $1,500, $1,600, $2,400, $2,700. I have one out in Arizona that's $2,600, $2,700 a month, and every month it's not rented, or every month that I don't decide to do something, unfortunately, we're going to be selling it, so we're going to be getting all that cash back. But still, it's a negative against your regular earned income. So this is something that I'm really like, you need to truly figure out, if you're going to get into the investing space, that you handle and that you can handle with your earned income any deficiencies that you might have, meaning rents aren't coming in, vacancies, meaning all these things. And that's something that you have to truly like understand before getting in it, because if you don't understand it, you're going to be faced with a lot of, super crazy ass challenges that you may not get out of. Losing money on flips, losing money with 5 or 6 rentals, because it will happen. It's just not a matter of like if, it's when it'll happen. And that's something that I've been faced with, along with crazy freaking lawsuits from tenants that all of a sudden claim it's their house, or it's just one thing after another. And the other thing I was going to tell you guys, if you're a buyer out there and you're an investor, just know that if you're a buyer, you can cancel anytime. There's no right that says I'm going to force you to buy this house. But fortunately, if you're a seller and you cancel on a buyer, well, that seller can't do that, because now they did not move forward with the executed contract, and a buyer's able to, sue for specific performance if a seller backs out or decides to sell the property for a higher price or wants to get another offer at a higher price. So just know that, because some of these freaking lawsuits that come up are just completely whack. And unfortunately, that's just the business that we're in, and we signed up for it. And if you didn't sign up for it, well, it's coming soon, because if you're in this game long enough, you will be losing money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, providing you want to stay in the game to go make millions in real estate investing or owning rentals, in your different areas. But to tie it all together, I can't go through all of this stuff and truly be effective in every single avenue of my business. I can't unless I'm running efficient I'm eating right, I'm working out, I'm watching what I put in my body. And you know what, guys? I'm just starting, if that makes sense. I'm 45, I feel great. And I'm just going to get that much more efficient for myself, for my family, for my team, to show up well and just the best version of myself. And guys, sometimes I'm going to be getting another coach that I'm going to pay more money to. Trust me, I will end up doing so because I want to feel that vibration of excellence and efficiency, and sometimes the circle that you're in, you're going to have to get rid of the circle that you're in and go increase or go upgrade because they may not be on the same path. And that's something that I deal with quite a bit. And sometimes I make the call. I try to, connect to the new people, to people that I want to vibrate like, meaning that they're super efficient, they're taking care of business, not just based on health side of it, not just based on the process of the of business, of understanding it all. I mean, there's a lot of things that end up happening, and guys, I just wanted to share with you that that's my journey. This has been my journey, and every week or every couple weeks, we're going to be giving you more and more value, just stuff that I'm going through, and that's pretty much it. So with that being said, appreciate you guys jumping on and subscribing to the podcast. We will have guests, trust me, and we will be bringing back JP as co-host. On a maybe once a month type deal in a rotation, just to talk about more stuff. And yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope this inspires you to keep going. And remember, create that passion. You got to have the passion in everything you do, so that purpose is elevated and you don't quit. So that's it, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.